that song.
Oh, okay. Here, we'll leave it on. We'll leave it on under.
Leave it on under. Am I coming through?
Why don't you try it again?
There. Am I?
Oh, yeah, you're there.
Is it better?
Yeah, you're there. You were a little quiet before, but now we got you. This is also very loud to be under.
It is very loud. Hey, we're back. It's the show. It's two shows at the same time now.
What?
It's both. Now that's what I call now, and between the songs.
Nah, every time that we do the bit of, now that's what I call it.
Right. At the current time.
Yeah. But whenever it's actually said, I gotta blast the heavy dance.
I love this just perpetual buzz.
Perpetual Buzz is the name of my new band.
Do? Take out the bed music.
Sure.
Perfect. Now, if I go into the editing, I can make it listen to the buzz and hopefully take it out. That's a cool little effect.
Nice. So yeah, you guys are going to be listening to a show that we like to call here. We like to call this one. Now that's what I call now. And on the show, we play any sort of music that's from the year 2010 until now, because that's what I call now-ish.
Yeah.
And then we also have some talk breaks where we like to talk about a lot of stuff. Now, I'm going to give people a warning. I'm gonna give a warning. There were a lot of messed up things that happened this past week.
It was sad.
So we have some really sad things to talk about and some really political things to talk about. If you're gonna get upset about it, I would highly recommend choosing a different show to listen to. We won't be quite as intense on the next week, hopefully.
I heard there's a show called the Safe Space. Dab.
All right.
Because. That was dumb.
Yeah.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. But if you guys are going to have any sort of problem with that, I'm sorry, but it's just part of what our show is going to be from now on. We're just talking about the news that happened in the week, and we had some really cool things that happened in the week and some really not cool things that happened in the week. So we'll be talking about them both. If you don't like part of it, maybe you like a different part of it, but we'll get around to that a little bit later. For now, Kyle, what do we got for music this week?
We're starting off with two double sets.
Double the double set?
Yep, we're gonna play two Bjork songs.
That's crazy.
And two Death Grip songs.
That's actually significantly crazier.
You may say, what's the connection?
What's the connection? I did. Yes.
Bjork gave a bunch of vocal samples to Death Grips because she's down with Death Grips, and they made half an album using just vocal sounds and samples from Bjork.
Man, she's so cool. Doing a thing.
So we're gonna play "Blissing Me" from her newest album Utopia. We're gonna play "Lion Song" from her second to most recent album Volna Kura, and we're gonna play "Hustle Bones" from the Money Store by Death Grips, and then On GP by the Power off of the double album The Powers That Be.
Wow.
I forgot what side of the double album it is. Jenny Death. It's on the Jenny Death side.
Right.
And yeah, that's our first four songs.
Hey, that's a pretty good first four songs. Why don't we give them some music?
Yeah, let's play it.
We're already 17 minutes into tonight, 15. That's significantly different times. That's fine.
It's 91.7
The Edge.
We'll see after this. Bye-bye. Hey, we were dumb, and the song ended before I thought it would. Whoa.
Gotcha.
So
hit you with
we're
that
back.
big old surprise.
And you got a little sneak peek of what's coming up next. It's really good. It's a new song from Courtney Barnett.
It was a peek sneak.
Ooh. Hey.
Yeah, all right. Oh, I suppose I should bring out the news. Can I get a bit of news, please?
Man, that Willy Warhawk bobblehead sure is cool. What is that, number 261 of 266?
Something like that. Okay.
You want to start out really depressing and just go up from there?
You know what? That's probably the best call. So, hey, yeah, we're gonna give people another warning. We're just, we're gonna get into some messed up stuff that
I
happened
won't
in the
have
past
any
week.
too hot takes.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep it as, like, just level-headed as possible. So there was a big shooting that happened in Florida, as I'm sure everybody in the United States knows about by now, aside from maybe infants. Um, and it was really unfortunate, but what we got from it was some actual talking about what's been happening in America as far as laws related to gun owning.
I think the coolest thing about it, well, that sounded weird, but the most hopeful thing is the better word, is just like how on top of things the survivors have been. Like,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a response like this before from the survivors being as vocal, and I think it comes
Yeah.
from it being high school students who are like super online,
Yes.
and it's just. I don't know. It makes me hopeful that like finally, maybe this time it will be different.
I mean,
I don't know if you get the same hope a little.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I'm not that hopeful.
I'm hopeful, and
because-
then I'm extra hopeful because there was a little bit of more talk about changing some gun laws.
yeah,
that of
even
what-
even the orange boy.
The orange boy, yep. Trump stating that he didn't want to continue with bump stocks. He wants to, he asked the Justice Department to explore a bump stock ban. It's in the talks.
I'm interested to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where they go if they take it even further than that.
won't.
There was also a poll that happened on, from the days of February 16th through February 19th, by the Quinnipiac University.
Yeah, that's how you say that. They're one of the main polling polling institutions.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
And they did a poll asking if people would be in favor of background checks for gun purchases. And
What?
yeah, who'd have thought, right? And an overwhelming amount said they would be 97%.
Uh-huh.
And that spans across all the different types of people.
Uh-huh.
So 99% of Democrats, 97% of Republicans, 98% of independents, 96% of men, 99% of women, 98% of white voters, 99% of black voters, 98% of Hispanic voters. List goes on.
It just makes sense.
Yeah, why hasn't there been? I mean,
there
there's
is, but
right.
They're flawed.
Yeah, and why did it take until so many people are having so many humongous problems happening?
I lied. Here's my hot take.
He said he wasn't going to do it, but he did it.
So you can find it on twitter.com at @KyleThorough_. I think it's just one.
Shameless plug.
But what I was saying is that I think it is really important to talk about guns. I'm
Yeah.
not pulling this thing that a lot of people do when they're like, it's not the guns, it's all mental health. I think it's both.
Yes.
The mental health thing, though, I think is what's even sadder is because the kids at this school were all like, hey, this kid, he's going to be the one that does it.
Yeah.
And then he did it.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was
like,
unfortunate.
why don't we have... I mean, there are systems in place,
I mean, it's
but
not
schools are underfunded.
right,
And
and
maybe
it's also
we could...
not that we didn't know about that sort of stuff too, because there were plenty of statements released saying that the FBI
Yeah, even
knew
they
about
were...
the guy. However, there are restrictions put in place because of associations like,
Uh-huh. Nice rifle
yeah,
app.
yeah. Basically, any type of things that would involve people not being able to get their guns. Yeah.
There's a really good article that I saw that was like a bunch of like Muslim people should start just buying tons of guns and like pretending to be a part of the NRA and see what happens with the people who support the NRA, if they'd be as jazzed.
Oh no.
If like, yeah, like a woman in a hijab with a assault rifle. I have a feeling some of those people in that association would feel a little differently.
Yeah, they would be incredibly racist about it. Yes, that's the bit
Yes,
you're trying
that
to
is
get.
what I am saying.
Yes, they would be incredibly racist because it's not a white man with an assault rifle. It's
Uh-huh.
anybody else, and therefore it's a problem. Yeah, that's an incredibly unfortunate situation that happens in just about every aspect of
It's disappointing.
society, and it's unfortunate, but
Well,
it's a
like I
thing.
was saying, yeah, we need to reassess like how people can get guns, what guns we're even gonna say are in the realm of getting, and
Yeah.
also why wasn't there a system in place in public schools where, people can be like, yo, this guy, or us going through high school,
Yeah.
you could tell the people that were at risk of
Like
being
mentally
violent.
unstable enough to
Uh-huh.
then proceed to be violent. Yeah, you can tell.
And I feel like we need to think about what we can do. I think the earlier the better in the schools to find these kids that are being, what's the word? Outcasted, and try and do something about it so we don't get to this point. It's just very depressing.
Yeah,
But, like,
I was watching a video of this guy who asked Obama. I think it was probably election, pre 2016 election.
okay.
He was asking Obama why he and Hillary want to take their guns away, and Obama immediately responded with, "Okay, hold on. You can look back on every single video. You can look at all of my statements. I never once have said I want to take guns away from you." He has said, however, that he wants to change how you get them because there are regulations that should be made. And he then went on to say that people believing so strongly in the Second Amendment don't even allow the speaking about what's wrong with it to happen.
That happens with a lot of topics.
Yeah, they don't allow it to then move to the next step to actually be talked about. And if you don't allow that speech to happen, you get situations like what happened in the past week, which is incredibly unfortunate. But it's he then went on to talk about cars, because cars, there were a lot of problems with drunk driving. There were a lot of problems with dying from not wearing a seatbelt. There were a lot of problems with speeding. And you put more regulations in place. You put more laws in place. And there have been a significant drop in deaths
You
from
mean seatbelts or
car
and
accidents.
airbags?
Yeah, airbags too. That was one of the ones he brought up. And it's incredible what can happen if you allow those things to be talked about.
Australia did it.
They did
And
do it.
I don't think we need to go. They went hardcore.
They did. Yeah.
And I don't think that would be.
I
I don't think that would pass
the
even
best-
like fully Democratic Congress.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if that's right for what Australia did would even work or be right for what America did.
But
it is a good example to look at and to study.
Japan also is a good example because they did something similar, but not quite as extreme as Australia, and they did see a significant drop in gun violence.
Yeah, you have to like take a month-long course, and you have to
do the same thing to
redo
get a
it
car,
every like 3 years, and you have to like register with the government where you're keeping it. You need to keep it where your gun is, like in the house, and that it's secured, and that your ammo is separate from it and also secured. I don't know. It was.
Yeah, but there are just things that other trying to figure out a way to not say first world, but first world
No, that's
countries.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are ways that other first world countries have made it to the point that they have in reducing the amount of gun-related violence
Yeah,
situations.
no, America's a first world country with like third world violence.
Yeah.
And we should ask why and how. And those are like just let's go from there. Let's ask those questions and explore that and talk about Japan and Australia. And I know like Switzerland has some interesting laws. And
Well, yeah, there are just some beautiful countries over there that are doing amazing things. Europe, there's a couple of gems in there. Just
there is.
live in
There's
the
some good
world like they're
ideas.
in
There's the
2030.
good ideas everywhere. Aren't we? Isn't America supposed to be the good ideas place?
They're supposed to be the place that takes all those good ideas and puts them in one place.
Let's do that.
We call this place the boiling pot. You ever heard that?
Yeah, that's where you put hot dogs.
The melting pot is what I meant to say.
That's where you put cheese or chocolate. Why not both? No.
They have both at the same time. And oil while we're at it, Deep fry it, cheese it, and chocolate it all at the same
Do you
time.
ever have deep fried Coke?
What?
Coca-Cola. That's a thing.
How?
I just wanted to. I feel like when I said deep fried Coke, it was just a little ambiguous.
Yeah, a little bit, but I
But I bet
understood.
there are people deep frying cocaine out there.
I'm sure there
sure
are.
it's been done.
Yes, it's the thing.
But
knows
no,
where,
that's
but
like
it's
a thing. People are like deep fry liquids. It's weird. I don't know.
Do they freeze it?
See, this is
and then
what I was just talking about. America is a place of good ideas.
America is a place of good ideas.
Look, if someone
like
thought,
deep-fried
why don't I
Coca-Cola."
try and deep fry Coca-Cola? Why can't we be like, why? Let's fix.
Why don't I try to deep fry a gun? You know, I'm sure it's been done.
I'm sure it has been done.
If
and then you
people
eat
have
all the
deep fried-
deep fry off of it.
Just continue to use
Actually, I'm like 99% sure I watched a video of someone deep frying a gun, and then they you want to mute that?
Yeah, sure, I'll mute that.
They deep fried a gun and then took it off, and it still worked. I think it was 1911. I gotta take a phone call. I'll be right back. Keep them entertained.
All
Max.
right, I'll keep him entertained. I'll make this this song louder.
Yeah.
And we'll be back after a short intermission. We thank you so much for being attentive to our show here, and we want to continue to make sure that you guys stick around here with us. While we're doing this intermission, please feel free to go to the lobby and enjoy some lovely refreshments. We have some drinks, some snacks, all of which you can enjoy right here at 91.7 The Edge. Disclaimer, we don't actually have snacks or drinks. They're actually not allowed in the studio. Hope you guys are enjoying. I know this is my favorite song.
Oh yeah.
Switch? Alright, hey, we're here.
That was fun, John Mayer.
That was some fun, John Mayer. Oh, that was
Yep, that's
screamy. Did you want a
there we
streamy
go.
for that screamy? Because it was a screamy boy.
Wait, you just
Huh?
that was John Mayer playing Gold Digger.
It was. It was him actually performing Joe / I Got a Woman
Yeah,
with a little hint of Kanye.
little spice.
Just spicing it up a little bit.
Coming up, we're back. We're gonna play "Nameless Faceless" by Courtney Barnett. She's an album coming out this year. I'm very excited. It's a fun song. The chorus is about there's like a saying in that men are scared that women will laugh at them. Women are scared that men will kill them. It's pretty dark, but it's kind of true.
Yeah.
So that song kind of works on that. The music video is great. And then we're keeping it indie rock, and we're going to play Shut Up and Kiss Me by Angel Olsen, which is a great indie rock banger, let me tell you. So let's just play those two songs. You down? You dig? Are we in Ireland? Are we in Ireland? I'm not playing any U2. Dropkick Murphys?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Why don't we
Hey, let's...
give him some music?
The business.
Give him the business.
Are you ready?
You listen to 91.7 The Edge, WSUW Whitewater. We got some. Now that's what I call.
Now. We're back. That was "Shut Up and Kiss Me" by Angel Olsen. I love that song. Coming up in our next set. Ooh boy. We're playing some Brockhampton.
Ooh boy.
And I tell you why. I saw Brockhampton at the rave. And I'll tell you
For
what.
his birthday, Kyle's a year old.
Hey, I'm a year old.
He's 1 year old.
It was really good. I started in the very back and ended up 2 people away from the very front. And they played Star 7 times at least. At least 6.
That's a lot of times.
What are those weird voices I hear? Oh, it was in there. It must have been in the bed track.
Or it could have been in the auxiliary. Just at the
I
end
just
of-
hear voices now. That's what's happening.
Oh.
But yeah,
More news and
Brockhampton was great.
entertainment. The Olympics are still going on.
Oh yeah, did you see that one skier that did the half pipe?
Yeah, the one that
She just qualified.
Yeah,
and she
because
was
she
like,
just-
I just want to be in the Olympics.
yeah, she made a goal a few years back. I want to be in the Olympics, and then she went
She
to
was.
World Cups just making sure she didn't fall in the half pipe, and by doing that, she was in the Olympics. She didn't look like she knew how to do any tricks, aside
I
from
wanted her to try and do like one thing.
like a 180. She did a 180,
Uh huh.
and it was pretty cool. Everyone got super excited. That part gets you super excited. But also, Lindsey Vonn,
Yeah. What? Yeah.
she was the one who like broke her legs
Yeah. She
before
crashed real hard.
the last Olympics. She didn't do as well as she had wanted to, but she did medal. She got
Okay,
bronze
That's
in,
good.
in one of the.
Is this her last Olympics? Probably.
She said in a short interview that it probably is because she doesn't think her body can handle it. I think she's broken like every bone.
Skiing is hard.
I think all of her broke.
Someone just walked up to a mountain and they were like, "You could slide down that real fast."
On 2 pieces of wood. Put
It's on my feet.
Hey, can you we got some 2x4s around here? I want to take some 2x4s, strap them to my feet, and go down a mountain. You got that for me?
Who was the first person that skied?
And then
They were crazy.
which one came for? Probably skiing. Skiing probably
Skiing
came
definitely
before.
came before snowboarding.
Yeah, and then snowboarding happened, and they were like, "Yeah, that's a thing too."
How do you come up with skeleton though?
A drunk dude was like, "Hey, we should do luge, but like get rid of the sled, like cover and just head first."
But no, even the whole thing was someone like, growing up, their slides were cool. What if you made a giant slide out of ice?
Yeah, that part's just ridiculous.
Because like that's not most of the Olympic things make sense because it's something that can happen in nature. You run in nature.
Yep.
You throw things in nature.
Yep.
That hammer, javelin.
You cross country
Mountains, you
ski and then
you
shoot.
Ski, you shoot things. It makes sense.
That's one of the strangest Winter Olympic sports to me, the biathlon.
Yeah.
Cross country ski
of
with a rifle on your back,
Scandinavians.
and then you shoot something, and then you continue.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean
It's a very Scandinavian sport. I
It
think
is.
Finland or Norway started it.
very interesting.
But so, like, even curling, to a certain extent, it makes sense. You're throwing something over ice, maybe a lake.
Yeah.
But bobsled, all those events, someone built a crazy slide course
yes,
and was like, this is an Olympic game.
yes,
And I don't get how they arrived there.
yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
And at what point did it change from being like, I feel like it's like a roller coaster type thing that someone would be like selling tickets, like going to ride down the hill, not a sport.
Yeah,
It
but
definitely is a sport.
Yeah, 'cause
I
people
am not.
die.
Yeah, and there's a lot going on.
It's
you move
a-
your head just an inch, and it can kill you literally.
yeah, that's a dumb sport.
Yeah.
Any sport where you
I will
make
say it's dumb.
where you make
It's a sport, but it's dumb.
where you make an inch of a difference and then you die. Ooh, it's not a great feeling, huh? Like that's a sport that you mess up one time.
Uh huh.
And if you mess up any time after that, then it's just an unfortunate situation. That's probably not true. I'm sure there are varying levels of injuries that can be caused from it. But if you mess up enough, when you're going fast enough, oh boy.
I always wonder how they got to that. What's the event called where the giant jump in the skis?
Ski jump?
Yeah. How do you practice that?
I would
just
guess
bigger and
incrementally.
bigger
yeah,
hills?
just bigger and
And then
bigger.
who thought of that?
A
Like,
guy that
what
was
if you
just
get
like
a real big hill,
super stoked.
and you have to
No.
fly to get points.
You know what makes? Well, I suppose that's true because it's not like they're even doing any tricks or anything. It's just
You
go
just have
farther.
to go far and look good doing it.
Yeah. But then there's also like the skateboarding one, the skateboarding mega ramp thing.
Wait, that's a thing?
Have you ever seen a skateboarding
No.
mega ramp? It's like you go down this big old wooden ramp and then you come back up and then you fly for a very long time
And how do you land?
on the skateboard and it's terrifying. I don't know why they do
It's
that.
gotta be even with the ski jump, at least it's snow.
Yeah.
It's still hard, but it makes more sense.
Yeah, it's at least, kind of like padded because it's
Yeah,
snow.
and your skis are attached to your feet.
Right.
The skateboard can leave you when you're in the air.
Yeah, it gone.
And then, uh-oh.
Yeah, and that's a thing that happens a lot.
Uh-huh.
You get a
And you
skateboarder up
break
in the
your
air, and then you
legs.
got to uh-oh. Although the same thing happens with other vehicles, you know.
Uh-huh.
You do a jump on a
Evil Knievel.
snowmobile or on a dirt bike or on
Do
a
a jump on
four-wheeler.
an Evil Knievel.
You do a jump on an Evil Knievel.
How many buses did
I
Hot
checked
Rod jump?
online.
He died instantly the next
next
day. Let's play some music.
Hey, you like music? You like jazz?
We're gonna
not
play,
gonna play
Bleach
jazz.
by Bleach by Blockhampton. We're gonna play Bleach by Brockhampton. We're gonna play Broken Clocks by SZA. And we're gonna play Heart Don't Stand a Chance by Anderson .Paak.
I forgot to bring up Black Panther.
Yeah?
That's a cool thing that happened. Black Panther came out.
I need to see it. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but I've heard good things, and I've also heard bad things. But
I've heard way more good things than bad things.
That's true.
I've heard it's a very, very good superhero movie.
yes, I've heard that. But I'm sure the bad things come from it's a superhero movie
Exactly.
because that's been overdone by now.
But the good thing that it escapes from superhero movie tropes is that apparently they did the villain really well, in which they actually have motivations instead of just like, I'm going to be
Ooh.
evil. It's because it's really lazy and kind
I
of
wish they did exactly that voice in a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
the bad guy in a Deadpool movie goes, "I'm gonna be evil." That'd be a good. Did Deadpool ever have a villain that was exactly like Deadpool and that he completely breaks the
I
fourth
think
wall?
so.
He had to have, right?
I don't know.
That'd be
I
a,
feel like
that'd be a
they-
good bit.
If they haven't, Marvel, what are you doing?
I'm writing it for you. It's already happening in my brain. I'm
pretty
evil,
sure
and you
that
guys
that
know
was
it.
a thing. It's called. I think it was like reverse Deadpool, or like anti-Deadpool. It's something like
Yeah,
that.
those happen all the time. comic books.
Let's anyway.
Yeah, let's play some
Let's play some
Musak.
music. I hope you enjoy it. It's 91.7 The Edge.
Live on it.
Who got the feeling?
Hey, what a perfect intro. Well, I got my coat on. It's too warm in here.
Why you got your coat on, huh? Because that's what I call now.
Ah!
Sorry, everybody. I had to do it. It's part of the bit.
He had to do it to him.
You gotta do it to him.
It's 91.7 The Edge. This
Yeah.
has been the show.
Oh, yeah, we got some more things to talk about, though. We're going to leave you guys with some more things that we're talking about here. So, at the Olympics, speaking of the Olympics, as we talked about in the last break, there was supposedly supposed to be a meeting between the people there for North Korea, so Kim Jong-un's sister, and the people there for America, Mike Pence. However...
Who's Pence?
British Pence? But the meeting didn't end up happening because they really didn't appreciate how Mike Pence was talking about North Korea sending Kim Jong-un's sister there as a propaganda thing and sending their athletes to be part of a combined Korean team as a propaganda thing too. Because apparently those were statements that, not necessarily perfectly quoted by myself, but they were statements similar to that Pence made while at the Olympics. And so they were like, yeah, we don't want to have that meeting with you anymore because you're being kind of rude.
I feel like if South Korea agreed to come out as a joint team, and they're the ones who are, at war with North Korea,
Mm-hmm.
why do we care?
Yeah. I know.
Because
It's
isn't the
a-
ultimate goal peace between the two countries?
Isn't the ultimate goal peace? Period? Put the
Uh-huh.
period on that.
Uh-huh.
You don't need...
That's just funny. It's a bit funny. When you think about it.
Yeah,
wait, why
everybody
why
fighting for peace,
America-
but then when you
why is
find
America
peace somewhere,
mad that the two countries are actually getting along?
everybody fighting
A
for peace,
little
but
bit.
then when peace happens, even slightly, and everybody gets all agitated because it wasn't the peace that they wanted.
Uh-huh.
They wanted a piece of that piece, but they didn't get a piece of the piece in the way that they thought they would get peace, so they said peace out, and then they left and got mad.
Mike Peace. my piece.
I don't think you're allowed to say that. In other news, a man was accused of breaking off a terracotta warrior's thumb for a souvenir. I thought that was just a little bit of interesting news.
Why?
A souvenir. That's all. Yeah, you know. There was a pretty cool Aurora Borealis that happened.
Yep. I was really disappointed. There was one this summer, and I didn't see it because it didn't get this far south.
Yeah, it never
Your
do.
dad said, oh no, I think it was my dad said it would. Maybe.
Your dad is the guy for how the planet works.
He's a meteorologist.
Also, people figured out how to turn a Switch into a Linux tablet. They've been deemed modders and or hackers. Either way, they turned a Switch into a Linux tablet.
I guess you can do that.
You can do that. Now you know. You know? You didn't know until you knew, but now you know,
why,
you know.
But you can.
Oh, did you see that video of the robots that did the thing?
No.
The weird looking dog robots, and one of
I've
them...
seen all those videos when they like kick them to test them, and it makes me kind of sad.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. It was... One of them was trying to get out of a door, but it didn't have any way of getting out a door because it walks like a dog does.
Uh-huh.
And then another one comes out from behind the corner with a claw coming up out of its back, grabs the door handle, turns it, opens it up, the other one walks through, and then it walks through and closes it behind it. And then when that happened, Phil DeFranco was like, now this is really cool, and there are going to be those people out there that say, you know, 30 years from now we're all going to die from robots, but until that happens, these guys can do a lot of cool stuff for us.
What day was that?
I don't know, it was a while back.
Okay.
Not a while back, but
I must have missed that show,
It was
or
a-
I just wasn't
it was-
paying attention during that part because that happens.
yeah, but it was I was intrigued because I was like, wow, those little robots are going to do some cool
Yeah,
stuff
they're
in a
gonna
little
take us
bit.
over.
Ooh, a bit of news we forgot to talk about. There's a person who did the national anthem.
Oh, it was not Fergalicious.
Oh no.
The best part were all the videos of the people like when your teacher says be completely silent, and then you go like and then like you and your friend just keep like there's nothing funny, but like you
Yeah,
have
you
to be
just-
quiet, and so everything's funny.
Yeah,
That's what they all look like.
they did. They absolutely
was
looked like
great.
that. And she released a statement saying, "Yeah, I'm a risk taker. I thought I would try a rendition that was a bit more bluesy, and it didn't work." And I was like, "You know very well that that's not what you did. You've been in this business for a very long time. You should know that you just didn't hit the notes, any of them,
Uh-huh.
and you sang poorly.
We'll see, they were blues notes.
Nope. If anything, there were brown notes."
Ew.
But yeah, she tried, and
It was rough.
you know, it's a thing where like, props to you for getting up there and doing that in front of
Fergie
people.
now. We wouldn't be talking about Fergie if she did.
That's
normally.
true. Publicity is publicity.
It's based off our names.
Publicity.
What we,
Oh, did you see
we
that
got
Trump
Wu-Tang Clan.
tweeted at Mitt Romney?
Yeah, that whole thing's like very funny. In a like well, that's typical politics.
Oh, now you're saying good stuff about me. You're great.
Uh-huh. It's not surprising.
No, it's not.
It's just it's
It's unfortunate.
kind of
It's-
gross.
So
What do we got playing? It's Hip Hop Hump Day.
It is.
Oh, we got Big Daddy Kane playing. He's like,
Big Danny.
I think he was early 90s or late 80s. I could be wrong. Dave C's after that. Then Wu-Tang Clan. Notorious B.I.G. We got a lot of good stuff. Do you think Roald Dahl ever thought of making a sequel to the BFG called Notorious BFG?
Yes.
God, that buzz is annoying.
Yeah, it is.
It's not even.
Did we play any Rihanna tonight?
No.
We should have.
Yeah. I hope she has a new album this year. That'd be cool.
It was her birthday.
It was Kurt Cobain's birthday.
Whoa. Danica Patrick's retiring so she can be with Aaron Rodgers.
Wait, they're dating?
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah, Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers are dating.
Want to hear a weird fact?
Sure.
For a long time, I thought his name was Mark O'Rubio.
I was like, who are you talking about?
I just wanted to put that out there.
It's unfortunate that you thought that.
Yeah, well, I thought he was Irish. Cause
Oh, Rubio.
yeah, he's a Cuban
He's
Irish.
Yeah.
You know all those Cuban Irish people?
No, I don't. Please elaborate further. Wow.
You want to start Hip Hop Hump Day here?
Yeah, we could do that.
Live on the edge?
Wow.
It's Hip Hop Hump Day.
It is.
That means it's Wednesday.
Big Daddy
Wednesdays-
Kane, but the Kane isn't capitalized. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's hard being.
I wonder how that ends.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's something you can say.
I don't think I'm allowed to find out.
You're not allowed to find out.
Not until it's over, right?
Doesn't it say on the cell, on the back cell thing?
No.
Oh, it's
'cause
not
playing.
there. Oh, well, we gotta wait till it's over then, so we can find out.
All right, we got 2 minutes. You got any more news? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out.
I'll have a.
Let's find out.
Lindsey Vonn. We talked about that. Latvia's Diane.
It's a buzzy boy.
I can't say that last name. It's very Russian, Slavic. Yeah, that's the word. Apparently, she has great song choice. Oh, she was playing some Sade. That's pretty good. And everyone liked her dress.
What the heck?
Sparkly black dress. Good choice. Can't go wrong with some sparkly black. Serena Williams says she almost died giving birth.
What?
Isn't she married to like the founder of like PayPal or something like that? One of them. There's a whole
Elon
bunch of
Musk?
them. Yeah. She's married to someone who is like a tech CEO, I think. Let's find out. So I just stopped saying dumb things. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
Weird.
What? Oh, Reddit's co-founder. I knew it was some tech thing. What's weird?
I just was looking for information. I couldn't find any.
Justin Bieber brought Selena Gomez to his dad's wedding.
Sorry, what?
Justin Bieber brought Selena Gomez to his dad's wedding.
Apparently, Courtney Love wrote a message to Kurt Cobain on his birthday, but
Oh, I liked
hot
it
take.
today on Twitter.
hot take, she killed him.
Except when she didn't.
Yeah, except for that part. But Hot take. She's still totally dead.
I
She
liked it
didn't.
today on Twitter.
But she did.
It was let me get it. It just says like I miss you, and I was like, oh, that's sad. I'm gonna find it. No, I'm not. That's unfortunate. Yeah, found it. She said, "Happy birthday, baby. God, I miss you." It just made me sad. That buzz is so loud.
It really is.
It's really deafening.
quite a good buzz.
I got my buzz on.
Is that song over? Oh yeah, that song's been over for.
What
a
was it
while.
called?
It's still not there. Why you gotta be like that?
Is it broken?
Broken machine broken.
Well, we'll never find out. Did you move to current time?
No. I don't know how to do that. Done. Find it. How we do that? That's how we do it.
Are you figuring it out?
I did it. Yeah. Then.
Did it fix it?
No.
On that note, let's head out.
On that note, we're out of here. You're listening to Wu-Tang Clan. 8-0 to.
Oh yeah, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with.
Yep. So you guys enjoy that. You're listening to 91.7 The Edge, WSUW Whitewater. We hope you enjoyed our show here, and
Jason Slayton, yeah, true. My niggas swear I was going down, boy. We ain't nothing to fuck with. The whole Texas mob, the Chicago mob, niggas from Detroit, fucking California squad.
There will always be someone for you. There will always be someone for you. There will always be someone for you.
Wow. Hey everybody.
Hello. It's 91.7 The Edge, WSCW. You already heard that at the top of the hour, but I'm saying it again.
We're gonna keep this little track going on under us. So hey everybody. This is Max and Kyle for another week of now that's what I call
Now. Boom, boom, boom.
you thought I wasn't ready for it, but I was. All right. So this week we've got music. I know you're surprised to hear that because we never get to it. But
Hey.
we do have music. We've got news about a whole bunch of different things, ranging from
Casa de Blanco.
what?
No.
Ranging from just nice things.
Is that not
To-
how to say White House in Spanish? Casablanca.
Also wrong.
Wouldn't it be because technically?
Casablanco.
You know, but casa is a feminine noun. So
Oh,
it'd be-
yeah.
You don't say it like that.
Yeah, you
It's
say
not
casa.
Okay, well, I'm
You're a little too
very,
British.
very British. So
You've been
please
here for
excuse
over
my
10 years.
butchering of the Spanish language.
You're not a butcher. But yeah, we got stuff ranging from real light kind of comedic things that have happened to terrifying things or just kind of somewhere in between. So if you guys want to hear some of that, stick around for some later bits.
But should we just
You want
get to the music?
Do you want to play some music? It's already
I do.
It's already time to play some music. We got 20 minutes into
We're
10
playing
o'clock.
one of my favorite Death Grip songs off of No Love Deep Web called Hunger Games. Then
I
we're
remember
gonna-
that movie.
By
Then we're
Suzanne
go-
Collins?
Then we're going to play Johnny and Liquid by Brockhampton from Saturation 3. Then we're going to play Terrified by Childish Gambino off of Awaken My Love.
Wow.
And we'll finish it up with Nights by Frank Ocean. And my English is just fine, Mr.
He said
Mr.
Spanish.
Frank,
He said Spanish.
Mr. Henry,
He said-
Got him.
he said
Mr.
Spanish.
Henry. Please do not be
He
disrespecting
said
me.
work on your Spanish, not your.
I need to work on both, if we're honest. My Spanish and English is atrocious.
R. That was very conveniently timed.
I'm very well at the languages. Is that good?
No. Well.
Let's just play it. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. You wanna?
All right.
If I press play, is this gonna make a sound?
It sure will. How about we get into some music? You guys are listening to 91.7 The Edge.
Push me swang into tomorrow.
Hello.
Ooh, you got a little taste.
Surprise.
We got some recommendations from a listener, and there's some good ones. Let me tell you. That'll be coming up next. We're gonna be playing swimming pools, pink and white, and Japanese denim.
Yeah, those will be
It's a beautiful trifecta.
a good songs. Yep. All right, so we got some news. So we'll start extremely local. There was a story in the Royal Purple over the past
Soon.
week or so. Oh, well, there's that.
I'm surprised that's not what you're talking
No, that wasn't what I was talking about because everybody's already heard about that.
Soon.
It was on like the
What a weirdo.
the big Milwaukee one. But yeah, there was a
Oh.
person who graffitied soon on campus in some places.
Okay.
But that wasn't really what I was talking about. We can talk about it if you'd like
Parking
to.
prices
I
to
wanna know what
rise
you were
in the
gonna
fall.
talk about.
Rise even more.
I would like to know what you were gonna say.
All right. So rather than talk about that, which is weird, I was going to talk about the new dorm.
Oh yeah. What do you think they're gonna call it?
I don't know. Probably
Bob.
whoever paid for it.
We already have everything called DLK here.
Yeah. But there's going to be a new dorm, and it's going to be set up in like pod format, which
For like podcasting,
no, like
we're becoming a podcasting college.
no, we're not. But like it'll have 2 dorms to 1 bathroom.
I want to write a fake article that's 10 up and coming jobs, and every entry is podcasting.
That's great.
What about
That
the
is so great.
what about the new dorm?
It's supposed to be built in pod format, so it's going to be like no, Kyle. No, not like that at all. Please don't bring it up again. But no, it's going to be built so that rather than the entire floor sharing 1 bathroom, it's 2 of the dorm rooms share 1 bathroom.
Sweet style.
And yeah. So you
Wait,
like
is it a pod or a suite?
Both.
it's one of those.
Is it a suite pod?
in the article they wrote about it as pods.
Wow.
Is
but-
it in this paper or is it?
It was
in the-
online.
Wait, you found it
Online.
online?
I know, I checked.
You didn't find it
Online. In other news,
They couldn't have find a better picture.
did you guys know that McDonald's like threw some hardcore facts down on some people?
Did you know McDonald's has a podcast?
They probably do.
They
at least
do.
one.
They talked about the Szechuan thing. That was
Oh
the one
well,
podcast
there's
they did.
there's that. But no, they said either today or yesterday or something like that they're switching from frozen to fresh beef. So all of the burgers will be fresh now.
Wait, so they weren't for?
Well,
That's like every
you
time
knew
McDonald's improves its thing, you're like, wait.
but you knew that.
Oh no, I knew it. I expect.
But then Wendy's, because they're
In fact, they're ruining the McDonald's tradition.
no, but Wendy's, because their whole thing is fresh, never frozen. That's their tagline that they put on everything. So Wendy's is getting all upset because they had a huge ad campaign planned surrounding that for the whole next month or so. But then McDonald's released today or yesterday, I can't remember which one it was, that they're going to be doing fresh beef as well. So then Wendy's got on their social accounts and
And
started.
they're like, We've been doing fresh beef.
Making beef.
Ah.
But yeah, and that's another thing. If you haven't ever looked at what Wendy's posts on any of their social media, you
You're
should.
savage.
Because yeah,
Online.
they are. They're so just
That's their thing.
blunt. Aside from that, I suppose we can get to some music. We'll get to
Yeah.
some other things. We'll talk a little bit about
three picks.
talk a little bit about Oscars on the next talk break. Some other things. Stephen Hawking's coming up.
What was the
He did a thing.
what was the meme about the director who won the Oscar?
Oh
Ballistic.
no,
We'll get to that in the next
was
talk
funny.
break.
I'll find it.
We'll get to it in the next talk break.
It's 91.7 the Edge WSCW. You're going to be listening to, as I said, Swimming Pools, which is the first Kendrick Lamar song that I was like, this guy's onto something.
That's a pretty good.
And then I
pretty
really
good
got into
tune.
Kendrick Lamar.
It's a pretty
And
good.
then we're going to
tune.
play Pink and White, which is a great song off of Blonde by Frank Ocean, in which Frank Ocean was like, hey, Beyonce, I want you on a song doing background vocals.
Gotcha.
And Beyonce was like,
it was
you're Frank Ocean, so I'll do that.
It was Ballistic Gel Torso.
Ballistic Gel Torso, director of...
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Ballistic
Ballistic.
Gel Torso.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Pink and White and Japanese Denim by Daniel Caesar. I hope you enjoy.
All right.
91.7 The Edge.
Ah.
That was nice. It's 91.7 The Edge. Oh, no, stop. 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 The next song, though, that reminds me, it's Atari by Hiatus Coyote. And that song is sampled on Kendrick Lamar's Damn album, just so you know.
Wow.
Wow. Yummy. What's our next topic to talk
Ooh,
about?
we got some more things. All right. We'll call this one a scientist theme. We've got Stephen Hawking
Oh, I
roasting
love that boy.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, because Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, "Yeah, but what happened before the Big Bang?" And then Stephen Hawking was like, "Nothing." Because he then went on to explain the theory of relativity and all of that sort of science stuff, but essentially said that because it can't be explained by the theory of relativity, that essentially it was nothing. And there's nothing that he can really do to explain it other than that. And so he kind of just threw that at him and was like, "There you go. I explained how the universe did."
Interesting.
I don't like that explanation, but in the fact that he said it that way, I mean, he's right.
I
It's
mean,
not wrong.
Stephen Hawking's is kind of that guy.
Yeah. If one person were to do it, it'd be that guy. Yeah, he was just one Hawking, but that's all right. But but then on top of that, speaking of scientists, Bill Nye the Science Guy, which I don't know
Wait,
how much
the science guy?
the science
That's
guy.
kind of pretentious, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He kind of roasted Justin Trudeau.
Canada's woke bay.
Yeah, because Trudeau was planning on putting in a pipeline in Canada, and Bill Nye went on to explain that all of Canada could be run off of renewable energy if he was willing to do that.
Yeah, but they want to make that Canadian tar sand money
Yep,
and destroy their own environment.
yep,
The tar sands are not nice.
uh-huh.
They're tarry. Not Atari. That's our
Atari.
next song. Ah!
Whoa, that was good.
Wow. No, it was
All right. Speaking of scientists, the other scientist that I'm bringing up is an economic scientist. There was another person who resigned from office. I was
Slavoj
surprised.
Žižek, my favorite Yugoslavian political
How can
philosopher.
who, like, to quote SNL from last week,
Who still works?
There's
at
a
the
really
White
great
House?
picture of Trump from like the early 2000s surrounded by like weird mascots, like the purple thing from McDonald's. or,
Sure.
like, all like Tony the Tiger.
Grimace. I mean, I'll be
Yeah,
okay
Grimace
with
is
it
his
if you
name.
understand.
And it was like, wow, only Trump's true friends are left in the White House. It was really funny.
No. Did you see that as of I think it was like as of what date is it? Whenever like Sunday was, I
Uh-huh.
want to say. That
Fourth. It was the 4th.
yeah, I think it was the 4th. As of that date, a hygienist said that Trump can't keep eating the way that he does, so they were forcing him to not eat the way that he does.
Yeah, he orders like a McDouble and a McChicken and like 2 fish fillets.
Uh-huh.
And that's like his dinner.
No, that's his lunch.
Oh.
And then for breakfast, he has an Egg McMuffin.
Ugh.
And then for dinner, that's when he usually has a well-done steak.
Yeah, and he dips it in ketchup.
Yeah.
Peak of class. Ugh. Getting
yeah.
anything well done is like, why?
Yeah, you're making...
Especially when you're Trump and you're around kitchens that can safely and very well cook something at
Uh-huh.
like a medium rare that's
Uh-huh.
actually tasty.
Uh-huh.
And like they have the highest quality ingredients, so it's not like you're asking some like new chef to cook something at a low
Uh-huh.
temperature.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It just hurts my brain.
Because, you just want to just make sure it's extra dead.
Make that steak just completely dry and just
Can you take that dead thing and make it more dead, please?
make it taste like it is instead of how you can like make meat like butter. Don't do that. Just I want all the moisture cooked out of it
I want it to be essentially charcoal. Can you just actually put charcoal on my plate, please?
and a little bit of ketchup.
Bit of ketchup to help it get down. Can I just get a little bit of ketchup to help it get down? But yeah, I think that's probably all of the. Oh, I mean, we'll bring up the rest of that. Okay, I guess I can put in a little bit of a warning. The next talk break gets a bit more political on top of the stuff that we already talked about. So if anybody doesn't want to hear it, just during the next talk break, just turn it down a little bit. Wait for the songs to come back on. I get it. But anyway,
Oh no.
hey Kyle, we got some more music?
Yeah, we got Atari. We got Special Affair by the Internet. Great song.
Wow.
And that's just the 2 songs we're gonna play.
All right, let's get to some songs.
Because
How about
after
it?
that, we're gonna get very emo.
Ooh, I'm into it.
Again.
Let's get into it.
All right.
It's 91.7 The Edge, WSUW, Whitewater, Wisconsin.
Nice.
Hope you enjoy. No.
Tasty. Hey guys, you're back here with us on now that's
91.7 The Edge.
now that's what I call
Now.
yeah. All right, so we got some more topics.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the upsetting ones. Kind of upsetting. I suppose some of them are good things. Actually, I think all of them aren't too terrible. So I talked about that head of econ guy at the White House. He resigned, but it was right after he told Trump, "Now don't go putting tariffs on steel and aluminum." And then Trump was like, "Nah, I'm going to do it." So he resigned. And then another thing was, I think all of the rest of them are actually semi-good political things. The FCC net neutrality thing, that's a huge deal going down with the whole companies of the internet suing them, and
That's the name of my new indie band, Companies of the Internet.
that'd be a good band. But there are a whole bunch of states that are trying to get bills passed for their own net neutrality laws.
Yeah.
Washington just did it. I think some other states
New
have already
York's
done it.
trying to
New
do
York.
it, I know.
So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. Another cool thing, midterms are starting in Texas.
Texas. I know there's a few interesting races.
Yeah. People are saying that state might turn purple.
Yeah? Who knows? We'll find out after the midterms.
Speaking of that, we got midterms coming up.
Oh, also in political news, West Virginia, teacher strike.
Oh yeah, they got
They
their
won.
5%.
which is cool. The bigger thing that they wanted, which I haven't seen if they actually got, was that the whole point of the strike was changes to their health insurance plan, not really raises. Although obviously, who doesn't want to raise? But,
Right.
like, they want their health insurance fixed. Their health insurance plan was going to do this thing where they had to all wear Fitbits and have an app downloaded and get a certain amount of fitness points on their app and get more and more each successive year.
What?
Which is pretty weird. It's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
very weird.
Orwellian almost.
Uh-huh.
Like, I get it. You want your people to exercise to bring down health insurance costs, but at what point are we like, this is totally overtaking the idea of a private life away from work?
Uh-huh.
Like, everything now is work.
Yeah,
You
that's
take your work.
very
Teachers already take their work home enough
true.
that it's just there's something incredibly dystopian about the idea of having to log your exercise for your employer
That's true.
by a thing that is
And-
around your wrist that
and that you would-
monitors you.
Yearly have to do better and better.
Uh-huh.
Because at some point, what if you start teaching when you're like 20? You
Right,
know?
yeah.
Not 20, but like 24.
Like, don't like, to a certain extent, I get it. I get the idea.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but it's also like a step too far, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's weird.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of weird.
I would say you could be like, okay, we'll have you do like a few checkups a year just to see what you're rating at for like
Yeah.
a BMI or like a stuff like that and see if you're improving or getting worse. And if you're getting worse, we have to figure something out for you.
Or you could
But-
like even incorporate, like, what if over summer break, where teachers generally have off, I mean, there's summer school and things like that. What if you had like a week-long course taught by the gym teachers of the school in fitness and stuff
Yeah.
to give awareness? That stuff to me makes way more sense than this very dystopian.
Yep.
Wear this device on
You
your
have to
wrist
have it
that
on
will
your wrist.
measure how many steps you get, and you'll need to get a certain amount of fitness points.
It has to be
or
there.
you won't get your health insurance. That's just kind of terrifying.
Break your foot from running too much because we're forcing you to? Well, if you didn't get your fitness points for the month, then I guess you don't get to go get that foot fixed, huh?
But anyway, so the West Virginian teachers had their strike, and they're like 48th, ranked the 48th worst state to be a teacher in. But now Oklahoma, which I think is the worst state to be a
Ooh,
teacher
nice.
in, they're having talks of doing a strike. And there's a few other states where teacher strikes are. have
Ooh,
a
could you imagine
potential-
being the kids?
Oh, I
They'd
mean,
be the happiest
yeah.
kids.
But I read a great interview.
are going on strike.
A lot of the
The parents would be so upset.
that's the thing. But a lot of the way they arranged it is the teachers in West Virginia would set up. They had like donations, and they'd give those donations to like local child care centers, and the union and the people organizing it said, like, if you're not striking, like actively striking, and obviously the schools were closed, do volunteer work, be it a homeless shelter, be it a soup kitchen. Like, they were very like actively trying to be like, we're going on strike, but this isn't like a kids get off free and we're also taking a break. Like, you're either striking and like working with officials or volunteering or donating money to help parents take care of their kids. And a lot of the kids were involved in the strike too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They were very like trying to make it as less of a inconvenience as possible given the circumstances.
Right. Because it's hard to try to get rights while you're also trying to have to worry about other people's
Uh-huh.
people.
It's interesting 'cause strikes don't really happen anymore, and successful strikes hardly ever happen anymore.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to actually see it have a happy ending. Because, like, it happened in Wisconsin only like a decade ago, and it
Uh-huh.
did not end well for anyone, really.
Yeah.
Like, it became just, like, very angry and ended up in just a recall vote that was a failure for the teachers anyway. There's a
Yep.
lot of critiques from people on both the left and the right of how that whole thing went down. But there could be a whole nother wave. It's interesting. That's the politics I wanted to bring, because the other interesting thing is, even though this is like the largest labor strike to happen in the last few years, it got like no coverage anywhere,
yeah.
which could be partially because people don't talk about West Virginia, which is sad because it has the poorest few counties in the country. And because, you know, the whole coal industry
Yeah.
has gone away, and it's left a lot of people in poverty, and they deserve more attention. And a lot of people argued that this is why Trump won, because he speaks to these people's needs, even if he doesn't help them really. That
Yeah.
he's
that he would
acknowledging
be-
it at least,
Yeah.
and that they can identify with it.
Yeah.
And that the Democratic Party's just gotten very coastal and kind of elitist,
Yeah.
which I think is a very valid critique.
Yeah. Especially, I don't know if you saw the video that was going around Facebook like crazy of the guy who was starting the Black Panther Party, but there was a guy who started
Fred
a-
Hampton? Or like way back? Is this an old video?
No.
Oh,
like a
this
new
is like
one.
very modern.
Yeah, stating that the reason that he would want to start a new party is because for the past like 2 or 3 decades, the black vote has gone almost exclusively to the Democratic Party with no real answers
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, it's just kind of a like, well, you're not going to vote for the other guys,
Right.
So you're going to vote for us, but we're not
We're
going
not
to
gonna
actually like
right, yeah,
help you,
Right.
Which is kind of the whole idea of politics, is that you vote for people with your interest.
Uh-huh.
But they've been kind of used as like a, well, we're not the other guys,
Right.
which isn't an effective campaigning strategy. That's why Obama won by a lot, because he was like very much like, I'm your guy.
Yes.
I'm going to help you. We, us, change. And if you look at Hillary Clinton's campaign, it was very much like, America's already great. I'm just trying to keep things the same. And people don't like, it doesn't hit the same way as like I'm going to like, it's just
do
different.
stuff.
Yeah. There's no energy to it.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
a lot of
you
the
like
problem.
things being the same.
America is great because America
Is
is good.
Pokemon, go to the polls. It's just not exciting.
No, it's not.
That's
It
why
was
Bernie
awful.
Sanders was so popular, is because his language.
Because he was playing bongos.
Same way with
He
Trump.
was playing bongos the whole time.
This is I wrote my paper, probably my best paper I've ever written in college about this thing. It was for a political communication class on populist messaging, and so I like this
Okay.
because I think populist messaging is how you win campaigns.
Uh-huh.
And the Democrats have not learned that. Republicans are really good at campaigning.
That's why they still
Uh-huh.
get wins.
Yeah. They're good at it. May not agree with them, but they know what they're doing. They're very cynical and they're very effective.
Speaking of cynical, North and South Korea. Yep. No, they actually did something that's not quite so cynical.
Yay!
They agreed to have a denuclearization, that's a hard word, meeting with America. Now, there are a lot of people that are speculating that that's a really strange move to just flip on them like that and be like, yeah, we'll talk about it. But, like, what does that mean? Are they actually going to, like, talk about it, or is there going to be some sort of uncomfortable situation or a bunch of crazy stuff? I mean, it would be a terrible move politically for North Korea to invite the U.S. there and then mess with them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not in North Korea's interest to mess
Right.
with the U.S. The whole reason they want nukes is so the U.S. doesn't mess with them.
Right. And to that point, it's very understandable. But yeah, there's a crazy thing that could be happening over the
Yeah,
next
I don't know.
couple of months.
Obviously, South Korea's objective is like, we don't want you to have nuclear weapons.
Right.
But what does North Korea get in return?
I think probably the reason for having the meeting is just to go, okay, we have them. You guys don't want us to have them. So stop treating us like we're nothing so that we can start figuring out some actual trade things and maybe make a peaceful situation here. Now, then America will go, well, you also have to treat your people like people. And then North Korea will go,
Yeah, that's like the obstacle.
treating people
'Cause,
like people? Yeah.
They want their nukes so they can be left alone and keep their system going.
Uh-huh.
And the only way that I think the U.S.
We'll leave them alone
will
as
leave
if
them
they
alone
treat people like
maybe
people.
is if they treat their people. And that's not even guaranteed. If
Right.
you look at history, which is why the North Korean people want nukes.
Right.
Well, not the people. It's why the leaders. want
Right.
them.
Yeah, the people
I
don't
know.
want
It's
anything
such-
to do with
I
anything
just
in North
hope something positive happens.
Yeah, it'd be a good change of pace
Huh?
from the whole world.
It
You
just
know, it's
sucks.
very negative.
Why do people got to be power hungry
Let's,
tyrants?
let's shove all 7 million people into Holland and just I'll have a lovely time.
On their solar panel roads and their tidal power generators. And
Yeah.
their weird wooden shoes. And they're putting mayo on everything.
I suppose I should have said the Netherlands because Holland is just like 2 or 3 counties within the Netherlands.
Isn't that
Technically
weird?
speaking.
Twite like a tiger. Anyway,
All right, I've gotten to all of my points but one, and that last one I guess we don't really have to do in this break. We can do
yeah,
in a
let's
different
get
break.
emo.
Yeah, that's a good way to get after that.
We're gonna listen to we got 2 sets of 2. We're gonna play The Summer by Citizen. We're gonna play The Night I Drove Alone by Citizen. Then we're gonna play Lefty by Title Fight and Where Am I by Title Fight.
Where am I?
And let's just tack on another emo hit, a new emo hit. We're gonna play Art School by Remo Drive. Came out last year. Really good album. They called it Greatest Hits, which is funny because it's their debut album. It's humor. Ha. I hated that. It's 91.7 The Edge. We'll see you after this.
I watch you burn.
We're back. It's 91.7 The Edge.
Wow.
That was Remo Drive. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. All right. So the last bit of news that I had for you guys tonight, or at least I think it's the last bit of news. You know, sometimes we get off on tangents, but I don't know how many of you guys are Game of Thrones fans. I don't think.
I've watched the pilot episode.
Okay. But for those of you who know the character, the Mountain, and you actually know of the show
He's
and all
a
that
big
sort of
boy,
stuff.
isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's a big old
His
dude.
thing is that he's a big boy.
Yeah, that's why they call him the Mountain. He just set a world record for the most deadlifted LBSs.
How much libs did he lift?
1,041 of them.
That's too many.
That's over half a ton.
That's too many.
He can lift up the backside of your car, you know,
Uh-huh.
by himself.
Deadlift.
Yeah,
Why do they call it a deadlift?
because it's like
Likely to kill you?
carrying a whole bunch of grocery bags. That's why. He's taking one trip. So hey, if you guys,
That's a lot of... I just want to go back to the fact they lifted 1,000 pounds.
yeah,
That's a lot.
that's an insane amount.
That's everyone in this room and a little bit more.
That's true.
There's 3 people in here. Right?
Yeah. That's too much. It's too much to be able to lift.
I would quantify that as too much. Hey, you know how much you can lift? It's too much.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop. You can lift too much.
Stop. Put it down. Stop. Put it
That
down.
far down.
When,
Put it down.
when you accidentally lift up the side of a building and somebody goes, "Hey, put that down."
Or so help me.
That's what the Mountain has to deal with. 'Cause sometimes, you know, he goes down to like tie a shoe and he has to hold the side of the building and then he lifts up the entire building and just goes,
I
"Oops."
hate it when that
When
happens.
you pick up a car just by accident.
Yeah, you gotta open the door to get in and
But
then
he
you
just
just
drags the
you,
car.
you just move the whole car.
Like he forgot to unlock the door, and so he pulls it like it's unlocked. But
Uh-huh.
instead of just like being like, oh, it doesn't move, the car like slides a little bit.
Yeah, and then when it is unlocked, he throws the whole door off of the car. He's like Mr. Incredible.
Yeah. Every scene in that
Yeah,
where he's too strong.
yeah,
that's
that's
that guy's life.
yeah. If he's like working at a desk job and he gets mad at his boss and throws him through like 40
that guy was-
cubicles.
The worst.
Yeah,
Mr. Incredible's boss.
yeah.
That guy.
That'll be great when that comes back.
It is. Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be filled with people who are our age and not children, because we're going to be like, hey, we've been left on this cliffhanger for like a decade and a half.
About the mole guy?
Yeah. I know they like did a video game about it. But
They
that doesn't
did,
count.
didn't they? No, it does not.
You don't count.
Sometimes it's hard to count. Like when you have to go past 10. Oh.
My
Hey,
name's Michael with a B, and I'm afraid of
Oh,
insects.
hold on. Where's the bee?
There's a bee.
And I'm afraid of insects.
It always says afraid of bugs, doesn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, something like that.
There's a bee.
There's a bee.
I love that vine.
That's a good
So
one.
Stupid, but it's so good.
That's a good one.
There's a bee.
I got it. Wait.
I don't know.
My name is Michael with a B, and I've been afraid of insects my... Go ahead and introduce yourself. My name is Michael with a B, and I've been afraid of insects my entire... Stop. Where? Where's the bee? There's a bee?
There's a bee.
It is insects.
Do you believe
Yeah.
in a life after love?
Do you bee?
There's a bee?
Barry B. Benson.
Barry B. Benson.
Very bee.
Should he
Barry
make
B.
a B
Benson.
movie too? Who knows?
Everyone's telling Jerry to make the B movie too.
Jerry, why don't you go on and
Jerry!
make it? Jerry, hey Jerry, Jerry, Jerry.
Everyone's telling me to make the B movie too. What's up with
It could
that?
be all about all of the bees dying because they are.
Yeah, that script writes itself.
It does. Bee Awareness Month. Where's it coming in?
Be awareness month.
Bee Awareness.
month.
That was so bad. All right, hey Kyle. Kyle?
I'm on the internet. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm online.
I'm on the internet.
Oh, so cool.
Kyle.
Yeah, what's coming up next? Is
Yeah,
you're
what do we
asking
have
for?
coming up next?
I'm adding another song here. But what we have right now is we have Love/Paranoia.
Wow.
Tame Impala. We have After the Storm, featuring Tyler the Creator, and Bootsy Collins by Kelly Uchis. Great new song. We're going to play Sister/Nation by Brockhampton off of Saturation 3. And we're going to play Does the Ski Mask Make Me Look Fat? Which is a brand new song
Yes.
by JPEG Mafia. And it's pretty good.
This is a good bed track.
It is. Ooh. Hey. Ooh. It's building a vibe.
Sure is. I'd like to point out that I don't think there's a buzz.
I know.
But is there a bee?
There's a bee.
Is that a new chord on there?
Oh wow. It actually kind of looks like it is. Maybe he fixed it.
Maybe.
I don't know, but it
There's a
sounds better.
bee.
Let's get to the music, shan't we?
Can we just play this bed track for the whole time?
No. Yeah. No.
All right.
Let's get to it.
Let's
It's
get to the
91.7
music.
The Edge. Bye bye.
Honest as I ought to be now, that when the walls go up, I said it didn't worry me, but it hit me like an arrow.
Hey, it's 91.7 The Edge. That was JPEG Mafia from Baltimore. He did a great interview with Antoine Fantoine. Needle Thinny Drop Tano
Wow.
on the needle drop, and it's entertaining. He hates it. The Death Grips fans are the worst. I say this as a Death Grips fan.
Sure.
And the guy JPEG Mafia, I can't think of his actual name. He looks a lot like MC Ride, the front man of Death Grips, and he's really tired of people just calling him MC Ride, and it's funny.
I don't know why the music looks red again.
Oh no!
think
Is it
it's-
metal again?
Do you think it's seeing red again?
Is it metal?
I can tap into it a little bit.
Iced
Yep.
Earth? Yep. Well, Thomas, do your job.
All right. Well,
Well, we're having a very hardcore hip hop. It's very hardcore hip hop. It's so hardcore that it's just heavy metal.
you want to play some of the hip hop songs too?
This is just too much going on. My brain hurts. My brain does always hurt. It's because I'm stupid. Ah, got him.
You got yourself.
I'm getting there. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Hip hop.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
Don't bring in the metal.
And then we're gonna bring in the metal
No.
too. Right now we got jazz and hip hop playing. Now let's bring in some metal.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
All right, welcome to our segment of the show called Complete Ear
Bring in the
Destruction.
noise. This is wait. Bring everything down just a little bit. Hey, welcome to All Songs Considered. You're listening to NPR. That was a sonic noise collage brought to you by Max and Kyle from Whitewater.
How much longer are we gonna be here?
How much
Wow.
longer aren't we gonna be here?
We do this for the listeners.
Make me act a motherfucker.
I didn't get to hear what you said.
Monthly and yearly.
Wow.
This is not as fun as
There's a lot going on.
As I leave, believe I'm starving when I turn.
Whoa, I wasn't ready for that.
Was anyone ready for
You can
that?
keep that
I
low
still
down.
can't hear it.
All right. So
So
You'll hear it in post.
No, I won't.
you will. Speaking of in post, hey, for those of you who do listen to our show regularly and you want to be able to hear what we have to babble on about during our talk breaks, rather than the music, which I know is crazy to think about, what do you guys think would be the best place for us to post it? We got a few ideas. We're planning on putting together kind of a show that we like to call
Between the
Between
songs.
the Songs. And we're gonna post that somewhere. We haven't quite decided where yet. We're thinking of a few different places that, technically speaking, we're not allowed to say on there. So we'll be posting that later. But if you guys have any ideas, it'd be really cool if you'd send anything to either myself or Kyle. I'm assuming at this point, if you're listening, you probably know us. If you don't,
Hey.
if you don't know us, then you can call in over here. The number's 262-472-1311. 262-472-1311. 262-472-1311.
2.
2.
6,
Nope. All right.
2, 4.
Yikes! Kyle just,
It's 91.7 the
Kyle just looked at me,
Whitewater, Wisconsin.
showed me a picture of
I
somebody
hope
with a
you-
tattoo on their lower back that said diarrhea and didn't say anything about it.
I hope you have enjoyed the show today. We'll see you next Tuesday night from 10 until midnight.
Why is this a really good
Uh,
version of Alex Trebek?
Bye-bye.
Each morning's rise, swapped out by